show and putting it on television. It's brilliant. Explosive television. Shocking television. This is good television. This is genius. The original Superman with the best episode. I once came into Rob and I said, I watch all the old Supermans because that's my favorite show.
I have to, if I'm clicking around and I see an old Superman episode, I have to stop and watch it.
And if you see, the original Clark Kent was the best. That guy, that big fat guy.
George Reeves.
George Reeves,
yes.
George Reeves was the kind of guy who, I guess after the first 3 shows, didn't care about his appearance, and he put on that pair of tights, and his blubber would be hanging over his tights.
He looked like Jackie.
Yeah, it'd be hanging over his utility belt.
His greatest feat was holding up his double chin.
Yeah. Big truck tire around his waist. You're
Sucking
Superman.
It in all the time.
Hi, Lois.
Hi, Lois.
What's the matter, Superman?
I'm sucking in my stomach.
He wanted to stay in that suit more and more. Be Clark Kent all the time.
Yeah. Notice there was less Superman, more Clark Kent. I remember the episode where he was fighting the Mole Men. I thought his whole gut was going to bounce off the floor.
The funniest thing to me was that the little red piece in the middle started to become boxer shorts.
No, the red underpants that he wore over his tights. He pulled it up to his nipples to try to make it look...
they got so huge, they started to resemble boxers.
Yeah.
They were supposed to be little tight, little Speedo.
Yeah, big, giant, red briefs. Hey, Superman, what are you eating? Superman, I thought you guys were supposed to be hungry.
Yeah, maybe he's eating rubber.
He's eating kryptonite.
Yeah. It's pretty funny, though, but the best episode was there was these guys, these criminals, who had a town on wheels.
Yes.
Remember that?
And they kept moving it around.
Jimmy Olsen went by the town, and they set up a phony speed trap, and they threw him in jail. Superman had to come get him out of this phony baloney jail. That's what Superman's busy chasing Jimmy Olsen halfway across the planet.
You'd think that he'd have more important things to do.
Why those two never kissed, I don't know. Boy, if Jimmy didn't look like he had the biggest heart-on for Superman, all he had to do was pay the $50 fine and would have been over with. Then Lois Lane gets captured in the speed trap.
Yeah, somehow everybody was always locked up or in a cave with a rock over the front of it.
Inspector Henderson got picked up by the guys. So they pick up, Inspector Henderson finally figures what's going on, so he zooms past the town. They go to arrest him, and he goes, I'm Inspector Henderson. The guy goes, who cares?
You're locked up, too.
Yeah, idiot.
Because they had the phony judge and everything.
Yeah.
I love the one where Perry White was convinced that he saw a ghost.
Yeah, that was Great Caesar's Ghost.
Great Caesar's Ghost. It finally comes.
Perry White kept saying, and he was the good Perry White, not like the one on the new Superman. Perry White was just sitting there, and every time he'd say Great Caesar's Ghost, everyone said, hey, Perry, you shouldn't say that. It's terrible to make fun of Caesar's Ghost. And it was like, hey, this isn't Jesus Christ. It's Caesar's Ghost we're talking about here. We're talking about Caesar's Ghost. But everyone's like, don't say Caesar's Ghost. Don't say it.
Wrong.
It's so wrong to say Caesar's Ghost. And I'm a little kid watching this going, why is it wrong to say Caesar's Ghost? So anyway, to make a long story short, they give Perry some pills so he starts feeling ill.
Yeah.
While he's at home, some dude, some criminal, some cheap crook, dresses up as Caesar's Ghost and stands at Perry's window and goes, Perry, I'm Caesar's Ghost. And he's like, oh, my God, this guy's the head of a major newspaper, a metropolitan newspaper. It's obviously... And Perry White gets out of bed, and the guy's gone.
Yes.
And Superman takes him 20 minutes to figure out where this guy is.
He finally has to come in and look through a wall.
Yeah.
To find Great Caesar's Ghost.
Tough crime.
Did you ever see the one where Superman finally has to tell Jimmy and Lois that he's Superman, and then he sprays him in the face with an aerosol can that makes him forget?
Yeah, that's great. And in that little closet of an office, they're the only 3 reporters on the whole newspaper, and Clark Kent barely has an office in that bad typewriter. And then at the end, so now you get to see Jimmy and Lois know, and then he just takes this aerosol can, he sprays it in their face, and they forget everything.
Yeah.
That was a great one.
Although I still think George Reeves' greatest appearance ever might have been on I Love Lucy.
That was the best.
That was good.
Because he was real big and fat then.
I still say the Mole Men when he fought the guys from underneath the planet with a vacuum cleaner. They had the Mole Men come out of the ground with a vacuum cleaner, and and it's supposed to be like a special thing, and they turn the vacuum cleaner on Superman, and he actually gets weak.
Yes, they suck out his power.
But it's an actual vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
They didn't modify it at all.
No, not at all. Superman, back up. Oh, don't worry, Jimmy and Lois. Guy turns on his vacuum cleaner, and Superman passes out. I used to love when he would jump out that window at the office of the Daily Planet.
Yeah.
And he was so fat he'd jiggle. And then he flew out that stupid utility window. It was a custodial closet. I would have loved for them to stay on the camera while he changed.
The best was that look he always used to give to each side
Yeah,
before he rushed into the closet.
Or the look he gave before he even went to fly. He's always giving that double look.
Yeah.
They yank his tie. He did a rush. He's Superman. He's yanking it.
And he always landed so awkwardly because he was so big.
Yeah. And those giant boots. They look like size 15. Look like Herman Munster boots. All dirty on the bottom. The Crackers the Clown episode. Did you see that?
No, I don't remember this one.
See, Crackers. There's this Crackers. The Daily Planet's holding a telethon for kids.
I can't believe you remember.
Oh yeah, I've seen every episode 900
This
times.
one has escaped me.
Superman, as Clark Kent, is involved in this telethon.
Yeah.
And it's a whole big deal. They have cameras. Like they have a 2-camera shoot and the whole thing.
Right.
They hire Crackers the Clown, who's like the most beloved clown, and everyone loves him. He's like the Elvis of clowns. And to have Crackers the Clown, they're carrying on Crackers the
Such
Clown.
a big
is coming.
deal.
Yeah. As Cracker the Clown is on his way to the telethon, one of those bad thugs, the guy who showed up every week,
Same guy.
same guy,
Same villain.
he smacks Crackers over the head with a pipe
And replaces
and
him?
steals his clown makeup and costume, and he
Puts him
goes
in the same basement.
Yeah, in the same stupid basement they lock everyone up in. And they,
That was the same basement.
Crackers comes in, and he pulls a gun on the telethon. And Clark Kent's like, oh, my God, what do? I can't change into Superman here. So Crackers steals all the kids' money for the telethon.
Oh, man.
It's great.
That's so sad.
Evil clown. You know what's another great episode?
What's that?
When that goofy professor guy,
Periwinkle.
Oh, yes.
figures out how to turn...
I know. Sand into gold.
Into gold.
Oh, that's a great one.
And what was
that
the
little
ending?
box.
The end, he said, well, it was like $15 million worth of sand to get $5 million worth of
Like
gold.
only one writer and
Yeah.
You know what? One of the
Yeah.
comedians said the best thing about
And the
the
box looked like a dishwasher that he converted everything in.
He was always inventing great things.
Yeah, it was like a cardboard box. He just slides some sand through the cardboard box and make gold ore.
little drawer came out on the other
Every
side.
3 weeks, the box did something else.
Yeah, the box. It was a cardboard box.
You know what somebody said about that show? They said, you could never believe it was a major metropolitan newspaper, 4 employees, and 3 of them were tied up in a cave every week.
Yeah, right? How'd they ever get a paper out?